I used to believe that trust was the strongest foundation any relationship could have. I gave mine away fully. No conditions, no suspicions, no boundaries. But trust can be a fragile thing. Sometimes it doesn't break with a loud crash. Sometimes it crumbles quietly, message by message. I never expected to find what I did, because I never thought I had to look. And when I finally saw the truth, I couldn't unsee it. I was no longer a husband. I was just the fool who didn't notice. If you've ever had your heart broken by someone you trusted blindly, hit subscribe and share your story in the comments. You're not alone, and your voice matters. My name's Mark. I was married to Julia for nearly 10 years. We had what most people would call a solid marriage. Shared bills, shared dreams, late-night talks, and inside jokes that only we understood. She laughed at my stupid humor, and I always brought her coffee in bed on Sundays. People would say we were relationship goals. I never felt the need to check her phone, never wondered who she was texting. I was the kind of guy who'd say, if you're going to be with me, I have to trust you. Otherwise, what's the point? Julia was kind, warm, and always there, until she wasn't. It started with the little things, like most betrayals do. The way her smile faded when she looked at me. The way she suddenly became glued to her phone at night, turning the screen slightly away. I'd ask who she was texting, and she'd say, just Rachel, or it's work stuff. Harmless. Always harmless. But her laugh changed. Her eyes weren't tired anymore. They were excited, just not because of me. I told myself I was imagining things, that marriage has phases, that people get distant. I even blamed myself for not being interesting enough lately. Maybe I was working too much. Maybe I wasn't paying enough attention. I made excuses for her, because that's what trust does. It makes you blind. It makes you believe someone could never do the very thing they're doing right in front of you. I wasn't snooping. I wasn't digging through her phone or trying to catch her. It was a regular Tuesday evening. She left her laptop open in the kitchen while she went to shower. I was looking for the grocery list she said she emailed to herself. I opened her Gmail and searched groceries. That's when I saw a thread titled, Last Night Heart Eyes. I froze. It was from someone named E, just the initial. My stomach dropped, but still I clicked. Because maybe it was a friend. Maybe I was wrong, but I wasn't. Can't stop thinking about how you looked in my shirt this morning. Wish I could wake up next to you every day instead of going home to your husband. Every word hit harder. There were weeks of messages, dates, hotel rooms, missed calls, voice notes, memories she created with someone else while I was folding her laundry, making her dinner, and wondering why she seemed so far away. I sat in the living room in silence, the laptop still glowing in front of me. She came out of the shower, towel in her hair, smiling. Did you find the list? I looked up at her. For a second, I considered pretending nothing happened. Maybe I'd process it tomorrow, but I couldn't. I turned the screen toward her. She looked. She didn't gasp. She didn't even try to deny it. She just sat down and whispered, I'm so sorry. I asked why. She said she didn't know, that she felt invisible, that she didn't expect it to go this far, that it just happened, that she still loved me. But those weren't answers. Those were justifications. You don't accidentally cheat for 6 weeks. You don't feel invisible and suddenly fall into someone else's arms while your husband is still giving you everything. I left that night, took a bag, stayed at my brother's. The hardest part wasn't leaving. It was accepting that the version of my wife I had in my head didn't exist. She was someone else. Someone who smiled while lying. Someone who could hold me and still text another man. I cried in ways I didn't know were possible. Not loud sobs, just this dull, aching pain that lived in my chest constantly. A grief that felt like I'd lost someone, even though she was still alive. She messaged me for weeks, long paragraphs, promises of therapy, apologies, regret. But here's the thing. Regret doesn't undo betrayal. You don't get to rebuild trust with the same hands that broke it. It's been over a year now. I live alone. I see a therapist. I journal more than I talk. And I've started to learn that healing isn't about forgetting what she did. It's about remembering who I am without her lies weighing me down. I've gone back to hiking, something she never liked. I spend time with friends who remind me that I'm still worthy, still whole, still here. Julia and I are no longer in contact. No calls, no emails, just silence, the kind that hurts, but also frees you. If you're in a relationship where something feels off, don't ignore it. Don't gaslight yourself the way I did. You're not paranoid for sensing distance. You're not dramatic for wanting honesty. And if you've been betrayed like I was, please know this. You are not the mistake. You are not the reason. You are not the failure. You loved fully, honestly. That takes strength. The people who betray that love, that's on them. I trusted her without question. She answered with lies. But now I trust someone even more important, myself. So if this story resonates with you, drop a comment. Tell me how you healed or how you're trying to. And if you're still in that dark space, keep moving, even if it's slow, because peace waits on the other side of pain. Subscribe for more raw, real-life stories. You're not alone, and neither was I.